Hey guys, doing something different here for a second. Wanted to cover this new thing I found. If you found the title, well, you can probably guess what we're talking about. So, I'm just sharing my main screen. Keeps things simple. It's an energy drink company, but I've been rather impressed with them so far, so I wanted to pass it along. It seems like they're not super well known, but it's worked for me. So, it's called Dubby, Dubby, Dubby.gg. Um, Obviously, Google will find it. I've got links to them on all of my bios and updates at this point because my code gets a 10% off for people that are curious. So, just going to jump to their main page here. Obviously, a couple of flavor options up here in the corner. They're seen everywhere. They've basically partnered with gamers to help get the word out, and in exchange, you can, join up. It's not a sponsorship per se, but it is a partnership. So I get kickbacks for people that use my code, which is super cool. So flavors, lots of flavors. No crash. This is their primary thing they're advertising. I have spent the last year playing StarCraft and trying to figure out what gives me some mental energy without the ups and downs, and I think this is going to be where I stop. So, just taking a look at flavors here. Sorry, let me snooze that. The last thing I want is a Twitch ad running right in the middle of this. I have this blue raspberry on order, so I'm interested to check that out. Family members have ordered that. That's a mix with milk. Apparently, it tastes good too. Lots of things. So, main points. It's a coffee fruit extract. It does obviously not taste anything like coffee. Lots of flavors. Basically, they took all the sugars out, all of the accelerants out, and just went kind of natural on it. Or at least more natural on it. So, no sugars, no dyes, no crashes. And then increase on focus. So from testing this on myself, because I did about a 3-week test and then I convinced other people to start acquiring some to see how it works. For me, it takes about 45 minutes before it kicks in. It seems to burn about 3 hours. And because it doesn't have the sugars and all that stuff in it, you don't feel that upfront, hey, it kicked in. But because of that, you also don't have the fall off crash at the end of it. So, at some point, you just kind of notice you're more effective and you're more on top of it. And a couple hours later, you're like, I don't feel less on top of it. Oh, it wore off again. It's just a dump it in water, depending on how you like your flavors. It's 30 servings a tub. It's $40 a tub. So it's 1.33 a serving. It's 150 mils of caffeine in there. It is a fine ground powder. So it dissolves in straight cold water, which is awesome. And then, there's 150. Because it's coffee based, it's a little bit more stable. Like I could put this on a timer and not worry about it. 150 mils. They ship anywhere. My first order came out of California. It took about 6 days to get here. So, that's kind of a little bit on it. And of course, this is our FAQs. So, if we skip all the way around, jump over. Anthony's the founder. Apparently, he pretty much founded this by himself, no investors. He tried a lot of things and wanted to make them better. Different flavors, different options, taking stuff out, trying to reduce crashes. He's another gamer as well. I think it's in Warzone and a few others along that line. So he launched with one flavor and then just pushed back into the business. So that's why they're doing sponsors. Honestly, I joined up because it said, hey, we're sponsoring game channels of any size. And I was like, cool. They're like, plus we've got a huge Discord. And I'm like, ooh, networking options. So I joined for the networking and then tried the product, and I'm actually really, really happy with it. I got this yuzu, and I'll cover that a little bit later. So, obviously they've got bundles. For their big companies that have sponsored with them, they've got their own custom stuff. So you'll see some custom shakers for like Solo Leveling and a few other people. Skipping along. Yeah, they just rolled out a new collection. Pretty straightforward. B3s, B6s, B12s, vitamin C, and then, sucralose is your sweetener, so for those that are worried about that, that might not be a thing. Just to kind of skip through, if I can actually get to it. Bundles. Some of these are labeled. Some of them are more click on it and take a look. This one's a honeydew and white grape, if memory serves. So, the ones that are kind of sponsored are a little bit unclear as to what their flavors are. Yuzu, that one was really good. It's basically a Japanese citrus, kind of think lemonade. Lots of options. Strawberry margarita, that one rolled out like a month ago. They do have their hydros. Stupid Twitch ads. Hydros, which are a caffeine-free electrolyte booster. So that's an option for the people that don't like caffeine. So a lot of options. Obviously, they've got their official sponsored things. Lots of sponsored things. Some of their stuff is sold out periodically just because popular demand. And then this is their newest partnership. Basic shaker bottles. Honestly, you could mix it in a cup with a spoon and be just fine. So, just skip over to tubs here. So that's a blue raspberry. That is a passion fruit. Japanese soda. Japanese yuzu. That's a blood orange. Strawberry margarita. Honeydew white grape. This is mango. Mango orange. That's a sour green apple. This is I think it's strawberry. Is it strawberry watermelon? It's watermelon, guava, and lime. There's two that are real similar. The Dragonade. They've got a